Hiya, people. I am looking kind of shabby today. Sorry. Ooh, look, you like my screw earrings? I like them a lot. Okay, I'm gonna stop looking at myself. Um, Let me open a window. So, yes. Okay, this is like part 3 to my paranormal vlog, and I can't remember the last one that left off because I recorded it like last week or something. I can't remember. I know for sure that I told you the story about my first paranormal experience, and then I told you the story about what was that one? Oh, it's where we had moved in like 2004 or 2003 at a house where somebody had died. Okay, now I'm going to tell you. If you remember in that last story, I had told you people, well, I don't really want to call it a story because sometimes people tell tales, and this is actual experiences. So that was my last experience. So if you remember when I told you in my last experience that, um, you know, while living there and having those experiences, all this had happened after my brother had got married. And I used to go over to the little like bachelor pad where he was living at. That's the story I want to tell you today. Now, the bachelor pad where he was living at, my cousin also lived there, and like, let's see, there was Don, Joey, Taj, I don't know, it's like 5 or 6 guys. There was my brother, my cousin, and then like 2 or 3 other guys that I know. Sometimes it was interchangeable on what guys was there or whatever. Well, I had went over there and I used to go over there and clean a lot. Make me some extra money. I had a full-time job, but I would do this like on the weekends or whatever, or like during the week when I was off. Well, I I don't know how to tell this. Like, okay, I every time he lived in a two-story house, and you could be sitting in the living room, or I could be, cleaning the bathroom, or anything, and I would hear like creaking, the hall creaking, like someone's walking on it. And I'm like, this is a two-story house. The way it's built is when you come in the front door, you're on the first, or you're on the second level. But they have a full entire basement where if you come through the garage, that's on the bottom story of the house. And in the bottom story is like one, two, I think 2 bedrooms, um, a ginormous, like huge walk-in closet that's like the equivalent of 2 hallways. And then there was like a sitting area, 2 more closets, or actually 3 more closets, and I think a bathroom or something like that. And it was half finished. Like some of it was finished. Well, not well. It was all finished, but like one of the closets and the bathroom and the sitting area wasn't really finished. It had partial part of the walls up, and some of the walls were not up. And the bathroom downstairs, it didn't have like the vanity and the toilet and all that. It wasn't finished down there because when he moved in, this house was being built, and that's how blah 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 blah. I'm not going to say that story about that, but it started like, I don't know. When I would go downstairs, because when we went over, I would come through the front door because I had a key for the front door. But, well, I didn't have it. He'd give it to me to come over and clean. Well, when I would come over, my mom would come with me and she would sit upstairs while I cleaned. Wouldn't nobody be in the house. And when I have to go downstairs to take stuff downstairs or bring stuff upstairs because upstairs is where the laundry room was, all the other bedrooms, the living room, the kitchen, all that was upstairs. I don't know how to explain it other than how I'm explaining it. Well, every time I would go downstairs, like not going down the steps, but as soon as I got down the steps, when you get to the bottom of the stairs, you go to the right, it will take you into the sitting room, and then straight in front of that's the bathroom. You take another right inside that sitting room, and it goes into this huge, like, double master bedroom that has the two closets. Okay, well, at the bottom of the stairs, if you go to the left, you go straight into the garage. And if you're looking into the garage, over to the left, all the way to, almost to the garage doors, it was a double garage door. Over to the left was that huge closet that was like a double hallway. Well, I would have to go down the stairs in the garage into that closet over there and put stuff. Like, I don't know, I think one time I had to take a chainsaw or something down there. I can't remember. Well, I would just get like this, like, it was the most horrible feeling that I have ever felt. I mean, it kind of upsets me when I talk about it because, yeah, I would tell my mom, I don't like going downstairs. It even got to the point where I would tell them if something needed to be took downstairs, I'm not taking it. One of the guys can take it downstairs when they come in. Not doing it. That plain and simple. And then we had went over, like, had a garage sale for 'em or yard sale or whatever it was, and I had to end up going back down there again. And I went down there several times, and every time that I went down there, the feeling I would get would increase to the point where the last time I went down there, I got upset, like, I got really incredibly emotional and was crying, crying because it's like, trying to put it into words, it's a feeling of death. Like, if you want to know my honest opinion, what I told my mom verbatim when I was upset and crying, I told her, look, I feel like a girl was brutally, absolutely, just brutally murdered in a horrific type of manner. And I don't like how that feels. It's like I can't feel like she was, like, I don't know. I just feel like she was tortured, and I don't know why I feel that, or that was a brand new house that was built there. Nobody had ever lived there, so my cousin and all them, my brother and all them living there. I know something like that didn't happen, and after they moved out of that house, um, we were told that that whole subdivision they were living in was built on an ancient burial ground. Now, I don't know if that's what I felt or any of that. I haven't researched any of that stuff. I'm just telling you what I felt, what I experienced. And stuff would happen when I was down there in the garage or in that closet or straightening up or cleaning up down there, because there was times that I had to go down there and take boxes, and the bottom of the boxes would fall out. I'd have to put everything back in the boxes. They were moving stuff around and just a whole bunch of stuff. There was a guy that was living down there in the basement in that one room, the double master bedroom, where I had to go down there, and I had to go down there and pack his stuff up and everything. So it's not like I was only down there for 2 or 3 minutes and got freaked out, but it's like you feel death. I don't know how else to explain it. It's like, okay, when you go into a funeral home and you put all your senses aside, what you feel when you walk into a funeral home. Okay, now imagine that magnified by like 100. I mean, it was to the point where it was like almost becoming anxiety just a little bit. And it got to the point where as soon as I got done doing what I was doing and I'd go back to the stairs to go upstairs, I would want to run. Like, I could not get away fast enough. Like, I wanted to just run up the stairs. I mean, there were several times I turned around and looked to see if somebody was following me. There was a time that I heard something, like somebody saying something in the stairwell. There's been numerous times, I cannot tell you how many times, all them doors down there have been locked, and they would come home or they would go down there and do something, and he would get the key to go downstairs to unlock everything. The doors would all be unlocked and opened. Um, there's so many accounts of things that went on in that house. I really, 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 really believe that something happened there. And whatever it was, I mean, it didn't have to happen in that house per se, but the spot that that house was built on, something horrible happened right there. I mean, like, horrifically happened. And, okay, moving on from that. Um, when I'd be upstairs cleaning, when it got to the point I wouldn't go downstairs anymore, because being upstairs, I never felt uneasy upstairs. I just, I don't know, I just didn't feel uneasy. But when I was cleaning the bathroom, which is in the hallway, or I was in my cousin's room, straightening his room, doing whatever, I would hear a door open. Then I would hear like the hallway creak, like someone was had just came in and was walking toward the room that I was in. And I'd be like, who is it? Is somebody here? And because Mama wouldn't always be there with me, um, but the times that she was there and I would hear something, I'd holler like, "Mama, what are you doing?" Because I didn't. I'm the type of person where if I'm gonna earn money, I'm gonna earn it. I don't want nobody to help me, so I wouldn't let her help me unless she was gonna get paid too, or if I didn't really need the money, we'd split it. So I'd be like, "What are you doing?" "I'm doing it. I'm almost done." Blah blah blah. She's like, "I'm not doing nothing. I'm watching TV, sitting on the couch." Blah blah blah. Like I heard something. And I would come out and I'm like, "Well, you didn't hear anything? I just heard something come down the hall." She's like, "No, blah 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 blah." Okay, well those are not the only occurrences. The other one I would say that is one of the most significant ones too is the paranormal experience that happened there that almost outweighs how I felt downstairs is after all the guys had left from the bachelor pad, it was just my cousin and my brother living there. Everybody else had moved out, moved on. And my brother, right at that time, I think it's right before he got married or right when he got married. I can't remember. We had went over there because something had happened or something I can't really remember. And my cousin was in his room asleep. My brother was in his room asleep. Or was it like that? I think that's how it was. And my mom was in the guest bedroom, and I was on the couch. And, I'm not scared of the dark or scared of being in a new place or anything like that because I had never spent the night over there. And I just remember my mom coming in there at like 3 or 4 in the morning, waking me up and saying, "Are you okay? Are you okay?" And I'm like, "You're freaking me out." "Yes, I'm okay." And, she seemed kind of bothered, but I didn't take stock in that because I was half asleep. So the next day, I wake up and she's sitting on the love seat across from me. And I'm like, "Mama, what are you doing?" She said, "I don't want to talk about it." And I'm like, "Okay. Long story short, blah, blah, blah. What basically happened was that night, and I honestly, truthfully believe my mother because every time she has had any type of experience that she can't explain what happened, she gets really, really upset. Like to the point of, I don't want to say disturbed, but distraught maybe. She cries a lot and she's like, she doesn't know how to explain what she's seen. And she begins to question if she really saw it and if it's her mind playing tricks on her and things like that. And she had told me when she was asleep, she slept with the bedroom door open. Um, she was like, not startled, but you know how you're like asleep, but you're half awake and you just glance up and then you go back to sleep? Well, she told me when she glanced, like briefly in the hall, she seen something white. Not like touching the floor per se, but like floating above it. I know that sounds probably crazy to some of you people, but it's like it was really tall, according to her. I don't know. I'm describing her experience, not mine. I can't say what she's seen. I can only tell you what she told me she saw. And it was like solid white floating, and it was like just, I don't know, just I guess like slowly whisking down the hall. And she only caught like a glimpse of it. And she said at that time she hollered for my brother. She's like, Marty. And he was like, yeah, Ma, yeah. She's like, are you all right? Are da 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 da. He's like, he's fine, blah, blah, blah. And then she said that's when she got up because it was coming down the hall toward me in the living room. And she said she got up and came down there and asked me if I was okay. And the funny thing is that hallway, you hear creaking undoubtedly. If people's walking across it or not, it will creak. And she said she didn't hear any creaking when that thing proceeded to go down the hall that way. And she don't know what it was or how to explain it. I think in my own personal opinion that she probably caught maybe a glimpse of an angel, because if it was so bright and so white, like normally you can tell when you see a ghost. And I'll have to make a whole nother video on what my definition is of a ghost, a demon, an angel, an apparition, all that type of stuff. I'll have to do another video about that. I'm just telling you about this. But I never seen that. And when she told, like, she didn't want to tell other family members, so I kind of told it. And they're like, oh, well, that's so and so. I got the perfect, remember my last ghost story when I said about my cousin, Christy's sister, dying? They tried to say that it might have been her. I'm like, no, I don't think stuff like that happens. I mean, maybe for some people it might, but I don't believe that that's what it was. I just think it was an angel, perhaps maybe a guardian angel, because, yeah, I'm not going to go religion on you guys, but still, it's hard to explain. And I'm just going to, let me see how long this video is going now. But I want you guys to tell me in the comments below, if have you ever had an experience like that where you've seen something solid white or bright, and was it floating? Could you see its legs? What exactly was it? If you haven't seen anything like that, have you ever seen something solid black, like demonic? Or even for that matter, have you ever seen anything like I did where, well, I didn't see it, but I felt it, like such a strong sense or presence where something so horrible and horrific happened that you have to get out of there. I want to know your stories, and I want you guys to leave them in the comments below because I'm really interested in it. I'm thinking about hopefully maybe purchasing some kind of ghost equipment. I don't know anything about it. I'll have to check into it. But still, it's piqued my interest a lot, and I've yet to get to the stories that has happened here where we're living at now, but I'll get to those. And y'all stay tuned in because I'm going to try to keep these videos coming throughout October unless there's more requests into November or December. But I will see you guys later. Make sure you leave me a comment and let me know because I'm really interested in it. And I will talk to you people later. Bye.